Hey, kia ora. Helen Brahms here, coming to you live from Sun City in Arizona. Hope you're all having a super fantastic, sparkling, shake it up Saturday. I forgot to ask in the description. I forgot to type it. Did I even type a description? Oh, I don't remember now. Might have to go back and edit it. But anyway. Oh my gosh, my head is just like right now. So how has your Saturday been? What did you do today to step outside your comfort zone? I know on Networking Riches today, there were a few people that stepped outside their comfort zone by coming to an event they have never been to before. They were first-time attendees at Networking Riches, and it was so awesome to meet new people and get some different responses and things. And the cool part is that some of our new people even stepped into the breakthrough zone, which you know for me is absolutely my favorite part of Networking Riches. Because it's where you see that breakthrough happen. They got a challenge in their business, they get some coaching on it, and it's like that little as the light bulb goes off. And I will tell you, there was 2 incredible, amazing breakthroughs today, and seeing that light bulb moment was like, because I know that with that light bulb moment, their businesses are going to change. They're going to go on to have an incredible business. In fact, one of them in 20 minutes, it was like, I was blown away. Within the first 20 minutes of getting this person in the breakthrough zone and her explaining what it was, to having this massive business plan that could generate a lot of money income for them. And I'm sitting there going, I don't even believe that this just happened. It was 20 minutes from when she sat there to when this massive plan came together. And I was like, I mean, I wrote it all down. I've got it written down here, and I still can't. I'm looking at it, and I still can't believe it. It was just so mind blowing. And because of the sacredness of the breakthrough zone, I can't tell you exactly what happened, but just give you the general stuff, and that's all you're getting. So if you want to be on that, let me know. I will send you invites to when the next Networking Riches is taking place, so that you can be there to witness some of these amazing breakthrough moments. I mean, yeah, like today, I said it blew me away. I got blown away by the breakthrough zone. So that was pretty cool. As soon as and my mind was like, I was still reeling. And as soon as we got off that, it was go get changed, go get the mail, because I knew I had my package from California there. I knew because they sent my box of mail out for me, and I hadn't picked it up since like mid-May, I think it was. So in the box, like I opened up the top of it, and there was my stack of magazines. Under that was a stack of cards. Under that was a stack of mail. Then there were just, the rest of it was all boxes. It was this big box, and there was all these little boxes inside. So now my freezer is about to get stocked again, because I've opened the boxes, read the cards, seen what was in the boxes. And then I'm going to take the food stuff out of the boxes and put them in the freezer. There's brownies, there's blondies, there's cookies, all with half birthday cards. And my half birthday was back at the beginning of June. That's how long it's been since I got my mail. And then I've got a stack like this of cards that were all half birthday cards. And I was just like blown away, because I totally forget my half birthday unless somebody sends me a half birthday card. I didn't grow up with half birthdays in New Zealand. I didn't even know that was a thing till I came to the US. So that was really, really cool to get that. So thank you everybody in advance for all the cards, the gifts. Amazing. What else was in there? Oh, my textbooks I've got a genealogy class starting on the 26th of July, and my textbooks all arrived today. I was told that one of the textbooks wouldn't arrive till sometime next week. It was there today. So I now have my 3 textbooks for the class, and I'm going to have to not read them, but become familiar with what's in them and where it's at. And one of the books came from the actual vendor. I ordered it through Amazon, but it wasn't an Amazon Prime piece, so that's one that was meant to arrive sometime next week. But I opened it up and I thought, there's 2 books in here. I only ordered the one. Yeah, one of them's like one of the textbooks about this thick. Then there's another book about this, about half the size of that. And what the heck's this? It was their catalog, and their catalog was like paragraphs like this with about 4 columns across. And, it's textbook size. It's the same length. It's, like 11 inches long, 8 inches wide type of thing, to give you some idea. But it's like this thick. And it's got all these little paragraphs in there of all their products. And I'm like, wow, I knew there was a lot of stuff out there about genealogy, but get this, it's only for the southern states. It doesn't even touch the northern half of the US. This is all from, I'm trying to remember what the map had. I think it had, I can't remember if it had Virginia on it, but definitely had North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Florida. What else is in there? Alabama. I can't quite see the cover here. But it went across the bottom portion of the US. I don't think it had Texas, though. I think Texas was the one, then it was the gap, and then it went New Mexico, Arizona, California. And I was just sort of like, something just to put in my little resources thing. So I was kind of excited to get that when I realized what it was, but I'm not going to sit down and pour through it just yet, but it's there. And there was some other packages there that had course materials in it. And so I'm just like, it's like, I tell you, it's like Christmas when the stuff comes in. And so I'm kind of excited. And poor Zeffie had to stay behind, which of course we know she wasn't happy about. So I put on Secondhand Lions for her. Love that movie. If you haven't seen Secondhand Lions, it's got Michael Caine and Richard Duvall, who are these brothers, and they're and it's what's his name? The kid that was in Sixth Sense. Can't think of his name. I can see his face, but he plays their grand nephew, and he gets to live with them for a summer. And the stuff these guys get up to, and the stories that he gets to hear. It's just a really, really good movie. If you have not seen Secondhand Lions, go look it up and watch it. It is just such a cool. It's actually a cool family movie. So I love that movie. So I had that on, and I missed the bar fight, not the bar fight scene, the fight scene in the diner. That was really, really cool. It's one of my favorite scenes, and I missed that one. But when did I come in at? I came at just as the mother was returning. So got to watch the end of that. Then tackled the pile of mail. There was a huge pile of mail there. Oh yeah, and I had an order come in too, so my vitamins are restocked, which is good because I got my PM ones right here to take tonight. And then I had nothing for tomorrow, so perfect timing. So I had to go get my mail today because my vitamins are in there and I need them for tomorrow. So there's just like all this stuff on my desk here, from taking notes today to mail stuff. I even had a jury summons in there for back in California. And so I quickly hopped online before I came live and had to put in that the reason I couldn't come was because I don't live in the county anymore. So we will see if that gets proved. But there's no way I can be there anyway because I'm also on a class that week as well, because it's for the same week, so it's in 2 weeks' time. So it's like I saw the jury summons and I went, oh shoot, when was this for? So I quickly, that was the first piece of mail I opened as soon as I saw it. First piece of mail I opened, and I looked at it and said 26th of July. I was like, oh, thank you. And so I put it on my desk here. It is I've already submitted online. The reason I can't do it is because I no longer live in the county, and provided them with my new physical address. I tried to update the address details on the summons, but and it took everything except the zip code. It says invalid zip code. Oh, that is my zip code. So obviously it has to be a California zip code that it was within that county or something. So I haven't been able to update that information. But it then reminded me that now that I've got everything from the DMV that I need to go in and change the address on my DMV stuff. So for Arizona, so that's my next thing I've got to go to. I was like, oh my gosh, this list of changing addresses and trying to remember everything I've done. So every piece of mail that comes in, I have to go and check, like if it's cards from friends and family and stuff, have I sent them a change of address card yet or not? If not, I'm sending them one. For business stuff, have I gone onto their website and done my change of address with them? So there's all of that sort of stuff going on at the moment. And oh yeah, that one I've got to do. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that one. I'll have to get my mum to go in and do that one because I have a bank in New Zealand, a bank account in New Zealand. So I'm going to have to get my mum to go in and change the address on that as well. So it's sort of like all this stuff. Moving is a lot. I mean, it's I wasn't doing the big move, but just to change address is like, whoa, there's a lot of work involved. And then you got to remember, have I done that one? Have I done this one? And so I, like I said, picked up the mail, came back home. I was gone less than an hour. And of course, Zeffie was here, but she had gone around and found all her little treats that I hide for her every time I go out. And I had her treat ball ready on the floor Well, she's only taken a couple of treats out of that and then went back into her crate. And I'm sort of like, are you okay? You don't usually leave that long. You usually, maybe it's because it wasn't wake up time yet. Not sure, but we will see. But yeah, so she had a little play with that when I got back. But I think she was disturbed by all the boxes I was unpacking. For the first time, I actually had to leave stuff sitting on the counter at the mail place while I took one load out to the car and then come back for the second load. I haven't had to do that yet. It's quite embarrassing to think that, this is all coming in a week. But anyway, so I got all that out of the way, and now it is going to be waiting for another hour and a bit for the temperature to drop, because last I checked it was 113. When I left to go and get the mail, it was 113, but feels like 120 is what the weather app said. And for those back in New Zealand, that's high 40s. We are in another heat wave warning. We're also in an air quality warning, because the air quality thing said it was unhealthy, which they said if you have any breathing issues, anything with respiratory, do not go outside. Do not go outside. And I'm sort of like, well, I kind of have to, because I have to walk the dog. So I try and do it in the cool of the mornings. We went out around 7 o'clock this morning. It was fine. It was actually quite nice at 7 o'clock this morning. But tonight we're going to go out around 7:30, and the air outside looks, you go outside and there's just this stuff just hanging in the air. It really looks, it's not low cloud. It just looks like there's just dust just hanging in the air. There's a slight breeze out there, but it just looks like, for as far as you can see, it's not, like I said, it's not no, it looks like dust suspended in the air. That's how bad it is outside right now, with as far as the air quality thing goes. I'm sort of like, great, I have to breathe that. So I get in the car, put the recycle air thingy on, put the AC on full blast, and go off and get the mail, come back, and get back inside as quick as I can. But I'm kind of concerned, because we're going to go out for our walk this evening, and usually we do a short walk in the morning and a longer walk in the evening, but we'll see how that goes. But anyway, so let us know in the comments below, what did you do today to step outside your comfort zone? What new things have you tried today? What new activities have you tried? Have you tried new food? Have you gone different places, gone new places? What have you tried new today that's had you stepping outside your comfort zone just a little bit? It may have just been just a half a step outside your comfort zone. It may have been like a full stride outside your comfort zone. What did you do today to step outside your comfort zone and try something new? Some of it may have scared you. Some of it was just like, oh, let's just go give this a go and see what happens. And it's been a really, really good day. So I'm very appreciative of today. I'm looking forward to tomorrow, because it's Networking Riches Part 2, and it means we get longer time in the breakthrough zone. Yay! So I'm looking forward to that as well. And they're going to get us out of there earlier, which means I get to have an afternoon off. Well, not really, because I do have to go to laundry. Yeah. And I think the heat warning either ends tonight or tomorrow night. I can't remember. My phone's over there, and I can't remember which, but yes, but that definitely has to get done. We're getting close to critical stage for laundry. So I'm definitely going to get that done tomorrow. Zeffie's not going to be happy with me, but I'll have to find another movie to put on for her that we can watch together. She'll watch it while I'm not there, and then I'll just come in and catch up with it. And it's always one that I like and that I've seen before, and come in on my favorite places. Sometimes I get my favorite scenes, sometimes I don't. Oh, Patricia, I am so sorry. So Patricia said she went to her mom's funeral this week, so it has been a whole week out of my comfort zone. I get that. I still at times, I relive the day my husband passed away and his funeral. I relive those 2 days. We're coming up on 4 years later, and I still relive those days. So I've got you, girl. We got you. So thank you for sharing that. So yeah, that definitely the passing of a loved one will throw you way outside your comfort zone. You don't even get to volunteer to take a thing. You get booted out of your comfort zone when it comes to a loved one's passing. And half the time you don't know what to do. So people are offering you assistance and specifying what assistance they saying to you, hey, I'm going to go get some food. Do you want me to bring you a meal? Stuff like that. Then take it. especially if they specify. If they say, now here's one thing I learned as a caregiver, and I was so guilty of this until I learned it. And that was when you offer somebody who is in a crisis situation, like they're dealing with the passing of a loved one, they have a loved one stuck in hospital, they're having to take care of a loved one at home, and you're wanting to offer them help, let them know what you can do. Don't just say, oh, just give me anything, anytime you need help, or if you need help with anything, just let me know. Because now you've put the burden on the person who is going through that crisis situation, that they now have one more thing on their plate that they don't need to find something for you to do. So when you're doing things, so when you want to offer assistance, turn around and say things like, if it's a family with young children and one of their kids is best friends with your kids, offer to take that child with you to like soccer practice or baseball practice or whatever, and we'll take them home, we'll give them dinner, get their homework done, and then what time would you like us to bring them back home? Things where it's very quick, yes, no, yes, no. That's all the person who is going through this crisis has to think about is yes, no. So ask them a specific question. Hey, I'm going to the supermarket. Can I bring you back something for dinner? Yes, no. Very simple. Hey, I'm going to have my lawnmower out today. Can I pop over and mow your lawns too? Yes, no. Hey, you got. Is it okay if we come over and weed your garden? Yes, no. All they've got to do is think yes or no. So offer them something specific. If it's a case of you've got a friend who has had a parent pass, a grandparent pass, they're going off to funerals and everything else, and maybe they're having the wake back at their house, offer to stay at their house and prepare things for the wake. I had a friend who called me up when Brad passed, and she said, and she didn't know Brad very well, but she knew me pretty well, but she offered to come and house sit for us during the funeral and set up whatever we wanted to for the wake. Yes, no. That was a real easy decision. Yeah, absolutely. So when you're offering somebody help who's in a crisis, give them a yes, no question, because that is just, it makes it so much easier on them and takes the burden off them of, oh, I don't have to think of dinner tonight because somebody's taking care of it for me. Or I don't have to think of getting the kids to school tomorrow because somebody's going to pick them up and take them to school for me. And, you call ahead to the school, let them know, give them all the permission slips that they need and everything else to have somebody else pick your children up from school. Or somebody's going to pick up the kids from school, they're going to take them to practice, they're going to feed them, they're going to That's something they no longer have to, that's a weight off their shoulders. Now they just have to think about themselves. You're just giving them that break. And Patricia's seeing relatives and cousins. That is, I have to say this, as with funerals, as sad as the situation is, I love them for the fact that people can come together to celebrate that person's life and acknowledge that person who passed, and to be there to support those who have lost that loved one. The other thing that I like about funerals is the family reunion that takes place. Yes, it's under certain circumstances, but the family reunion can be really good, especially if you've got a very close family. I know that there's tension in the family, but for that day, put it aside. Just spend the day talking about memories about that person who's passed, and catch people up, what's going on in your life and things. Draw them into your circle. Maybe sometimes at funerals, it's a great place to reconnect with family members who you haven't seen for a while, and start up that reconnection again. So as sad as the situation is, I kind of like funerals because you get to hear about the person in their lives, you get to learn things about them that you didn't know, and you get to celebrate the person that they were here when they were walking around on earth, and knowing that their time on earth has been completed and they have now moved on. And it's also being there, and it's a great time to reconnect with family and friends. It really is. Don't look at funerals as a sad situation. Look at them as a celebration of life. That's the way I tend to look at funerals, and that's the attitude I had with Brad, with his funeral, was that we were there to celebrate his life, and that's what we did. And we had I don't know about anybody else, but I actually had a blast that day, catching up with family and friends. And yes, I was heartbroken because Brad wasn't there to enjoy it, and enjoy seeing all these people who had turned out for him. But I knew that he was there with us and during that service, during the time afterwards when we were at graveside, and when we came back to the house for the wake. But yeah, and yes, I did lose it. I did cry because he wasn't there with us. But I also, well, the sparkles of love. I also celebrated the relationship that we had. So yes, that relationship had kind of come to an end here on earth. And yes, I was heartbroken about that. But I also celebrated the relationship that we had. So, we're coming up on 4 years in September, and it's not easy. It's not easy when a loved one passes. You've got to find your way now. It's been a struggle the last 3 and a bit years, almost 4 years. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's hard at times. It really is. But you just got to keep moving forward, one foot in front of the other, and just keep moving forward. But yeah, passing of a loved one, that will boot you right out of the comfort zone to the nowhere land. So I totally get that. So Patricia, I'm glad that you got to see many of your relatives and your cousins and things, and got to catch up with them as well. So let us know in the comments below what you did today that stepped you outside your comfort zone, or maybe it booted you out of the comfort zone. What new things did you try today? What new things did you try today? And I will catch you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow is Serenity Sunday. The first part of my day is not going to be so much serenity, because I'm going to be back in the mastermind group again. Not mastermind, the networking riches again. But I know tomorrow afternoon is going to be complete Serenity Sunday. As soon as that thing's over, I'm taking a nap. Anyway, go have a super fantastic, sparkling rest of your day, and we will catch you guys tomorrow for Serenity Sunday. Hei konera.